Every time she looked in the mirror, all she saw were flaws. The reflection felt like a stranger, or worse, an enemy. A small mistake at work wasn't just a mistake. It was proof that she was a failure. A canceled plan with a friend wasn't just a change of schedule. It was a personal rejection. Her world was a constant echo of one thought: you're not good enough. This wasn't just low self-esteem. It was a daily battle against a voice inside her head that had become her harshest critic. She tried everything the world told her to do: new clothes, new hairstyles, new workout routines. She thought if she could just fix the outside, the inside would follow. But no matter how much she changed her appearance, that voice remained, whispering the same old hateful things. The temporary confidence from a new outfit would fade, and she'd be right back where she started, feeling empty and defeated. One evening, after a particularly day, she just sat in silence, exhausted from the fight. And in that quiet moment, a different thought emerged. What if the problem wasn't her body, her job, or her social life? What if the real enemy was the voice itself? This was the turning point. It wasn't about silencing the voice, but about changing the conversation. It started small, almost awkwardly. When she made a typo in an email and the "you re so stupid" thought popped up, she consciously stopped it. She took a breath and said to herself, "It's just a typo. Everyone makes them. I can fix it." It felt strange, like learning a new language. When she saw her reflection, instead of listing all the things she hated, she forced herself to find one thing she didn't mind. Just one. My eyes are a nice color today. It wasn't a grand declaration of self-love, but it was a start. A crack of light in the darkness. This practice of redirecting her inner monologue became her new routine. She started treating her inner voice like a child she was teaching to be kind. When the critic would say, "You'll never finish that project," she'd counter with, "Let's just focus on the first step. I can handle the first step." When it screamed, "No one likes you," she'd gently reply, "My best friend called me yesterday just to chat." That's evidence of love. It was a slow, deliberate process. There were days she failed, days the old voice was louder, but she kept at it. She started a journal not to list her failures, but to document her wins, no matter how tiny. Handled a difficult client call today. Went for a walk even when I didn't feel like it. Made a healthy dinner. These weren't achievements for a resume, but they were building blocks for a new sense of self. Slowly, the world around her started to shift, not because the world changed, but because she had. She started speaking up in meetings because she began to believe her ideas had value. She set boundaries with people who drained her energy because she started to believe her peace was worth protecting. She tried new hobbies not to impress others, but because she was genuinely curious. For the first time, she was living for herself, guided by a voice of encouragement rather than criticism. The mirror became less of an enemy and more of a friend. She still saw her flaws, but now she also saw her strength, her resilience, her progress. She saw a person who was trying, and that was more than enough. The transformation wasn't about becoming perfect. It was about accepting her imperfections with kindness. Her journey shows us something powerful. Real change doesn't always start with grand actions on the outside. It often begins in the quiet, unseen space of our own minds. The way we speak to ourselves is the foundation of the life we build. That inner critic can keep us small, scared, and stuck. But an inner ally, an inner coach, that voice can unlock a potential we never knew we had. Her life didn't magically become perfect. She still has bad days. But now, she has the tools to navigate them. She learned that self-love isn't a destination you arrive at, but a conversation you choose to have with yourself every single day. And by changing that conversation, she didn't just stop hating herself. She started building a life she truly loved. What conversation are you having with yourself today? Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need to hear it. See you next time.